And welcome back to Dangerous Fly Fishing, episode 82. I'm Chris Cooper. That's Jim Carney. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Good. Good to see you.
Nice to see you again, sir.
All right. Also in studio with Mr. Ross Lyskoka as well as Matt Carney. How are you, sirs?
Doing wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm good as well. Thank you.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
I'm also doing well. I see fathers over there advertising for the local brewery to camp.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Floating Feather. Yeah.
I like that place.
Weirdly enough, I have never been.
Seriously?
Yep.
That's pretty wild. Oh, I guess because we historically go up for their trivia the week before Meetapalooza, but I don't think you make it up that early.
Nope. I sure don't, and it'll probably be the same this year. So,
Okay.
Speaking of Meetapalooza, I don't know what day I'm going or going home. So I will have to get back to you on all that.
Yeah, because we're getting into the time when I start figuring out the meat orders.
Yeah, I know.
So, so I'll have to get a tab of everybody who's going. I think basically everybody's going to be going, including Nick.
Wow.
Sans, Molly, and Owen, I believe, though, but because he was asking about the staying at camp status.
Like inside the camp?
Yeah, I told him, I said, worst case, you can pitch a tent.
True.
Yeah, well, he can't get his camper in anymore because he bought that ridiculous camper, plus it's their house.
That makes
True.
it.
Oh,
yep,
yeah.
that's a good point.
So, so he's going to be just coming himself, and that's why he's curious about staying in camp. And then I also invited Sam to Meetapalooza if he felt so inclined. So
Cool. Yeah,
we'll
I'm
see
excited.
what our head count is, and we'll get I'll have to start totaling up the meat orders because you need that or do you already start dry aging?
We are well past the time frame, sir.
Are you dry aging or no?
Not anymore. I mean, it's, what is end of June?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 26th, 20th. We'll work on dry aging next year and get a head count at this Meetapalooza for dry aging the following year.
Yes.
I mean, we do a great job with the steaks anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So how is everybody this week? It's been a little bit longer of a stretch in between episodes than we're used to, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Like a couple days.
little scheduling faux pas and confusion on our part. So we're a little behind our normal weekly things. So we're about, I think, a week and a half, since we did the last one.
Yeah. So how is everyone?
I'm irritated because my truck has broken down twice in the past week.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Ironically, for the same thing, had a fuel injector. Instead of injecting the diesel into the engine, it was injecting it into the engine bay.
That's the wrong place.
Yeah, well, fortunately, there must be some kind of protective thing there because it basically, as soon as it happens, it shuts my truck off.
Like a sensor?
I'm assuming it just senses there's something screwy with the pressure system.
Did you say it
Yeah,
senses?
shut up.
Yeah.
I did. So, no, I mean, it's not like a sensor went bad, like the injector went bad.
Oh, gotcha.
But I'm assuming there is, in fact, a sensor that says, hey, we don't have proper fuel pressure here. We're shutting down now before we damage the engine, which thankfully they did because, as Ross and I were discussing, I think to replace that engine's like $21,000. So,
Oh, boy.
Way too much.
yeah.
I'm sure it's
New
some
truck
kind
time.
of I'm sure it's some kind of pressure switch, just like any other thing that
Yeah.
has any type of pressure.
Yeah. Well, the annoyance to me is it stranded me on the road twice
Nice.
and had to have it towed twice.
Yeah.
And the second tow, the first one was free. The second one was expensive because I was down towards Pittsburgh.
Mm.
And I had it towed back up to our local Ford dealership because they're the ones that fixed it last week. So per my discussion with them, apparently the new injector just went bad.
Oh, fun.
They shouldn't do that.
No, they should not.
No. How's the bum legs?
I actually have been getting around pretty well. I actually felt so good. I went fishing on this past Saturday.
Nice.
I went and fished the Allegheny River with Pete.
Oh, Pete. How's Pete?
Pete's doing pretty good. He brought his dog on the raft for the first time.
Nice.
Fish.
Yeah, fish. So since Archer's not there, I guess the seat's open for Ketso. So Ketso came. It's kind of slightly frustrating because it's one thing to compete with fly fishing guys for catching muskies. Pete was conventional fishing for muskies. I was hoping he'd target bass, but he was targeting muskie.
Shame on him.
Yeah, to no avail. But yeah, to no avail. We didn't catch any. We saw lots of muskie and we had lots of follows, but I think I only had 3 follow me into the figure 8, and then basically 1 go around to the figure 8, and they're like, "Yeah, this is too hard," and quit. I mean, they seemed incredibly lazy.
It was rather warm, wasn't it?
The water temp was only in like the low 60s.
Oh, there goes my theory.
Yeah.
right.
For whatever reason, I don't know whether they, got a good night or good meal the day before, but they were just like incredibly lazy. I only had one come hot and heavy, and he was running down my fly, but then parked the raft on the wrong side of the current seam. So the current drug my fly downstream, which seems great and natural, but then when you go to do the figure 8 and you're pulling the fly straight up the current seam, the muskie was like, wait a minute, something's weird here.
That change of direction seemed too good.
Especially up directly into the current.
Yeah.
The bait is outrunning the muskie in the current, so something seemed weird.
Yeah. How did Pete do? Did he have many follows?
He did have quite a few follows.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What was he throwing? Obviously, lures.
He was throwing a spinner bait that I guess supposedly looked like a sunfish. He was throwing a bunch of, probably 12-inch Rapala.
Oh, wow.
Like some of them were like, what's it called when they're jointed?
Articulated?
Articulated,
Man.
yeah.
Well, that's an easy word to not.
I know. I just had a brain fart, but they were like articulated. In fact, some of them I think were like antiques that he picked up at a yard sale.
Those are the good
Really?
ones.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, he was throwing a lot of stuff, and then once we started getting skunked, he tried fishing for some bass, and that lasted about as long until I saw another muskie, and then he was back muskie fishing.
Tends to work that way.
Yeah.
We've talked about taking both muskie and trout rods on floats and stuff, and it's like, that'll be all well and good until we see one muskie and then just muskie only fishing.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the high note is I now officially know what muskie look like on the down scan.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah, basically, it's a big orange blob on the clear view.
Oh, weird.
Not like a small orange blob, a big orange blob.
That checks out.
Yeah.
So, officially saw one on the down scan that I can confirm was a muskie.
Can
So.
confirm. Nice.
But, I mean, it was kind of interesting because there was a couple times where I don't know whether we parked where the muskie was hiding or what. Like, we didn't even find it on the fish finder, but, like, I think he, like, followed us. You know how they follow you in and then park under the watercraft?
Yeah, and sneak around.
Yeah, we had a couple basically just, like, must have followed it in, but we couldn't see them. And then, like, literally, I'm just sitting there like, man, like, there's this big thing. Looks like it's literally right under, and I'd occasionally see a flash of brown under, like, 10 feet down. And, yeah, turns out that, we had a bunch of muskie just, like, they must have wanted the shade or something under the raft because a bunch of them just parked and sat under the raft.
It makes sense.
Well, yeah, it does.
Well, I think to Ross's point, that it was hot that day, that maybe the sun was just burning the top of the water and they were used to the cooler water.
Well, I mean,
the
fish finder measures the temperature at the surface, and it was low 60s. I mean, there was not a cloud in the sky, so maybe they were actually hiding from the sun, kind of like the vampire muskie we discussed before.
Yeah.
Yep.
Vampire fish.
So, because it seemed like whatever fish was hiding under, like every time you'd bring something by, he'd like pop up because you could see something moving, like changing position on the fish finder.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was coming to look at everything we brought back to the raft. But like I said, none of them except for that last one I had follow seemed very interested in eating. And we actually saw a couple other people muskie fishing while we were out. And they basically were reporting the same thing that, man, muskies are really lethargic today for whatever reason.
Gotcha. Yeah, that happens. I'm sure it's another day, I guess. So they got to eat every day or whatever, however often they eat, actually. I don't know. But Ross.
Yeah.
How are you, good sir?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Working. Hopefully going to have that Harley all modified to where I want it to be. Got the exhaust all tacked up now. I got to actually finish welding it all together. But
Nice.
Chain conversion kit came in today, so we're going to hopefully have stream chasing bike going on.
Nice.
I got the horsepower estimated conservatively right around same power to weight ratio as a NASCAR, so I'm happy about
Sweet.
So when you say chain conversion,
I'm taking the belt off
and putting a chain on.
and putting a chain on because belts obviously stretch, and one of the reasons they're so long lasting is because they stretch and attune to it. However, you also lose about 15% of the horsepower transferable to the rear wheel,
From the stretch.
and I don't like that.
Agreed.
So you're saying I should put a chain conversion on mine now?
If you'd like to.
If you'd ever ride it.
Well, he's going to have his bike back so I can ride again.
Oh, it's been...
You got it back last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was more the fact that, like, my hip would work.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying is I haven't ridden my bike because I haven't had anybody to ride with.
Ross would have had to ride it like a side saddle. Yeah.
Not opposed to it.
Like an English woman.
The only downside to that was the bad foot was the clutch one.
Ah.
That would have been real awkward to like bend down and shift all the time. So
You got to modify it. Get one of the clutches like up here.
The suicide shifters.
Yeah, is that what they're called?
yeah,
Okay, I knew they had a crazy name, but that makes sense.
yeah. But
What else is going on? You
other than that,
fishing?
took the nephew out. It was can't remember what day, but I took him on his first kind of exploratory mission. We went up Nishannick Creek. It was there's that private camp. I can't remember the Shenango Valley,
China.
Yeah, Shenango Valley, China, around there, and it was. I forget that little kids get really bothered by when mosquitoes start to chew them up.
Oh,
Sure,
yeah.
sure.
And I did not bring any insect repellent, which, that's on me. But
So you get that thermozell and just strap it to your vest.
well, typically I just say, okay, I'm going to go find fish. Mosquitoes are irrelevant to me. However,
Yeah.
he's like trying to do a good drift and mend and everything. And he's going,
Oh, boy.
all right, it's time to go, little buddy.
Did you take your trout rod or did you take your 8 weight or 12 weight?
I took my trout rod.
Oh, because that's supposedly very pikey water.
I would assume so, but
That's-
I'm not going to screw up his fishing
That's fair.
due
Yeah,
to
that's
me
fair.
wanting to catch pikes.
All right, that's fair.
He is. I might have to just donate him my 5 weight because he is really liking it, which is hilarious.
That's
I
cool.
didn't think he'd be able to maneuver it so well, but he's because obviously I got the toolbox on the truck and it just hauls fishing stuff around now.
Yeah.
But he's like, "Did you bring your rod or the one that I've been using?" I was like, "I brought mine. You want to use it?" Yeah. "Oh, okay, buddy.
Preferably, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I always wanted to float that stretch into Shanna Creek for the pike.
I wouldn't float there. There's a lot of strainers.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Could you do it? Yes, but that would also be one to expect a portage and also maybe bring that chainsaw of yours.
Oh, I'll bring the chainsaw.
Until he forgets.
No, I would, when I go to a body of water where I know I'm going to need it, I never forget it.
Yeah.
Sure. Except that one time.
Well, the one time was that's a body of water we had fished a bunch of times, and then there just so happened to be a tree there.
Yeah.
It grew out of the stream that morning.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Swear to God.
exactly. I don't know. Maybe I'll bring the steel.
There you go. Well, whatever floats your boat.
Well, the problem with that DeWalt one is I think it might only be good for cutting up one tree.
Depends on
battery operated.
thickness.
Yeah, it's battery operated.
battery.
And does
Big
not-
battery though.
It is a big battery, but in my experience, cutting the keel for the Viking ship, it does not have anywhere near the gusto of the gas-powered chainsaws.
No. They make great limbing saws.
Yeah, I think that's more applicable to what it is. My thought behind it is cool, it's got a battery. I don't need to haul around an extra gas can and bar and chain oil to take a chainsaw with me.
Mm-hmm.
But
So what else? You been any fly rods being built or flies being tied that you want to?
The flies that I've tied have just been kind of to replace whatever my nephew loses in the stream, which he's been doing really good at that, actually, not losing anything.
Oh, really?
So
Good.
I think that means I need to teach him more about where
the trout are.
Yeah,
the
you
drift
got-
actually is. But
Like I taught you up at camp that one year, I said, Ross, you got to throw closer to that log.
yeah,
And his next cast was on the log.
Yeah.
And
Close
he
as
left
I could
that
get it.
fly there.
it was as close as I could get it to that log. That's for sure.
I felt really bad about that, but
No, it's not your fault.
Ross is
Well.
a great student. You tell him to do something. Boy, he's on it right now.
Was that too close, Jim? Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mean. There's no fish on the log.
well, I typically would lose when I'd be up at Kettle Creek for the 3 or 4 or 5 days. I'd lose several dozen flies
Oh yeah.
trying to fish the impossible places.
That's
But
where
the
all
one
fish
thing,
are.
when you tie your own flies, I mean, you're only a few days away from replacing them.
Yeah.
Right.
But I left a lot of flies in the trees and logs and things like that.
Yeah, I think I've only gone out a handful of times since opening week of trout, and I've probably lost a dozen opening weekend. So it happens.
Yeah.
Did you take Oliver out yet?
No.
Why?
I have not, because I'm not allowed.
Don't listen to her. She's
yeah.
just his mom.
I know.
You're the dad.
So I'm actually really disappointed, and I need to address this on the air.
Uh-oh.
Even though we're live here, we are not live to anyone else. Apparently, so my wife just texted me. She went out with her mom, with the baby, to go to some craft thing or whatever.
Lame.
What I'm upset about is where they went after without me.
Which is?
A brewery.
Which one?
I'll have to look it up. But they
Clearly,
went to.
clearly you were looking forward to going to it.
No, I didn't know they were. She didn't even know they were going. But my son's at his first brewery without me.
I see where the disappointment comes now. It's not. It's not the
Shoe Brew, SHU Brew.
Where the heck is that at?
Don't know. Never heard of it.
Why are they brewing shoes?
Don't know.
Yeah.
This also spelled it wrong. So
And why are they letting underage people in?
Yeah.
I know, right? It's a disgrace.
I mean,
But he's there without me, and I'm kind of sad.
I would be too. Yeah.
Didn't even get to take him for his first beer.
And you know what his first beer will be, good sir.
Does it start with a G?
No.
Absolutely not.
Oh.
It starts with an Iron City Light.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Why you got to ruin the kid?
Raise him right.
He can't be low on iron if he's drinking Iron City.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Or mercury or whatever heavy chemicals are in that water that they get it from. And
Copenhagen.
It's okay.
Got to get him his first can of Copenhagen here soon. I don't know.
You guys yelled at me. I tried to give him a Zin, and you said no.
I might kill him.
I didn't say no. Let's be clear.
That's very true.
But before we dive into, I actually wanted to bring. You brought it up, Matt, so I was gonna make fun of you, but I didn't. But anyway, I'm gonna pass on making fun of you. I wanted to talk about a few things, a few items I brought. So I've been seeing this all over the interweb. People are comparing the Busch Light apple to the new Keystone Light apple.
Mm-hmm.
So smooth. Keith Stone.
I knew you were going to say
I
that. I
missed
put the
those
camera on you.
commercials.
Those commercials were awesome. So you boys are welcome at any point in the show to crack those bad boys open and try them both, and let me know which one you like more.
Will do.
But anyway, so just to touch base, since you guys are cracking beers, anything that you see in regards to ads, if you're on YouTube or any other listening device, whatever, we don't have any sponsorship with any of these people, so just make sure you don't affiliate them with us, because that's not real.
Yeah, we've heard a couple people saying like, "Oh yeah, we saw these ads on there," and I would assume that you didn't expect us to take sponsorships from whoever popped up on there.
Yeah.
I'd just like to throw it out there.
Yeah, we're not getting pressure washer sponsorships, if that's something you're seeing. I don't have a pressure washer, so
Busch Light's better.
agreed.
Delicious.
Which one do you like better?
Yep.
I'm actually surprised because Ross likes some sour beers.
I do enjoy some sours.
So I'm actually surprised you don't care for those. Because
it's flavored. It's not.
Actual cider.
Yeah, like if how do I want to put this?
well, this is beer
Yes.
with apple.
And like if it's a apple-based beer, aka cider, like it tastes better to me versus.
Okay, so you're talking more natural flavor
Yeah.
versus whatever they use to make this taste like apple.
Yeah.
Well, I think the Busch Light, tastes closer to what Ross is shooting for. The Keystone Light, you can definitely tell its flavor because it has a Keystone Light twang at the end.
It does have a beer taste in there, more so than the Busch does.
Yeah.
So
the Busch is kind of tastes slightly closer to a cider, even though it's still flavored. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll agree with that entirely. I can taste the beer from the Keystone.
that might be
Interesting.
partially why the Keystone is like $12 for a 15-pack.
no, it's pretty much how Keystone's always cheap.
Yes, but with this becoming a real popular thing right now, even though most people agree that Busch Light is better because it's, in my opinion, because it's the original. But it doesn't have that same beer taste like the Keystone.
I've had the Busch Light Peach before.
I have not. Oh no, I have.
It's pretty tasty.
It's good. Yeah, I still like the apple better, but
No, well, the thing with the peach though, with the Busch Light, with that one, you do get a little bit of a beer twang at the end of the peach one. Because I drank a whole case of that over at Nick's the one time.
nice.
Disappoints me that Keystone Light is not brewed in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, right. Isn't that weird?
It's owned by Coors.
It's owned by
Coors,
Coors.
yeah, I thought that's where that was from. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Disappointing.
Are you like sliding those over to
Yes.
me?
You pick up so well on implicit communication. Well done, sir.
No, it's not what my girlfriend says.
I don't know. Just needs to revolve around beer. Oh, this is closer to me. This must be mine.
Communication problems solved.
Give it up, Corey.
Ross will stick to his lemonade-ish Red Bull, whatever that flavor is. I can't remember.
Sudachi lime.
Lime.
I couldn't.
Whatever a Sudachi is beyond me, but
Yeah, tastes good.
does.
If they were legal, I'd hunt them. But
Well,
I'll have to Google.
yeah,
that.
why not?
So, in other news, the Musky Marathon is this weekend.
Yeah, you are hopefully going up for that, right?
I am hopefully going up for that. It's entirely contingent on my truck being done tomorrow because it's really hard to haul watercraft without a truck.
Yeah.
No, it checks out.
So, I will be doing it with Pete.
Oh, Pete's going again.
Yeah, Pete's going again. Apparently, his plans with his lady friend changed.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know Pete had a lady friend.
Yeah,
Neither did I.
That's cool.
Yeah, good for him. Congrats.
But so yeah, since you couldn't do it since we screwed up the podcast schedule, Pete has stepped in.
Well, little brother's birthday. I can't really.
Yeah, that's true. It looks
Yeah,
kind
that'd
of
be
hard
tough.
to.
What day is the marathon?
Saturday through Sunday.
This weekend.
Yes,
Okay, gotcha.
it starts. I think at 7 a.m. Saturday and ends Sunday at noon.
You know, I not just because you don't catch things during these tournaments, but at least not much.
Hey,
I really hope you guys catch something,
Thanks,
so we
buddy.
have something to talk about
Thanks, buddy.
when it comes to musky fishing, at least.
Well, at least in worst case scenario, we'll have lots of fishing stories from hanging out with all the musky fishing crew.
Yeah.
But
catch that Mondo one, man.
well, I will. That's my goal.
Yeah.
But I will say, the photos for turning this in, because you have to use the Fish Donkey app.
Right. You mentioned that.
You do it to
last week,
register, but you also do it to document your catches.
Yeah.
And for each catch you have to have 3 photos.
Oh, wow.
So you have to have one with the fish on the bump board, one with you holding the fish,
Okay.
and then one with a selfie of your team.
With the fish?
No, just the selfie of the team.
So you can just take one selfie and then use it for all the fish you catch?
I think you have to take one for every single one.
Oh, wow.
But you don't have to include the fish that you caught it with.
No, every catch you have the 3 photos that go with it. So
Yeah.
no, the fish is in 2 of the 3.
Okay.
I don't like that.
I don't like
I
that.
don't like it either.
Well, it's I'm assuming it's to show, because like if you're on a team, you have to stay together. I'm assuming it's to show you stay together.
Absolutely. However, I think there only needs to be one picture of the fish.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I get it. Okay, on the bunk board, like this is
Yeah,
the
I
measurement
agree.
system. Cool.
Well, I think the other one with the fish with you holding it is basically just because you're going to take that photo anyway.
True. And if that's the case,
But I mean,
great. But
I'm assuming that's because I'm assuming that's wise because you're going to take that photo anyway. Anytime you catch a muskie, you're taking a photo.
right.
True.
So I kind of feel like since you're taking it anyway, you might as well submit it to verify that you're not turning in the same fish 3 times.
Would make sense.
Sure.
I
The selfie one, I don't.
Well, like I said, the selfie one I think is just to make sure that your team is in fact together.
yeah, which makes sense.
What if one of you falls overboard?
Well,
Then you'd
Are
hopefully
you disqualified?
you'd hopefully recover your buddy. But I mean, I think it's to prevent like Ross and I being a team, and I'm floating the Allegheny River by myself, and Ross is down on the lake fishing the lake, like tying us to lake.
yeah,
I think it's to
can-
prevent a situation like that.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I mean, I've never heard of a tournament asking for that particular type of photo. That's the only reason
I mean,
kind of.
my guess is it must be like a fish donkey thing because in years past, like they've never requested that.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's not as bad as having to take a picture with the fish and somebody else's particular sticker that has nothing to do with the event. So.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the other thing too is
Still upset about that.
yeah. Well, my guess is that something happened that caused the requirement of that photo.
I sure.
Well, I can see that. You know, you would spread out your two spheres of influence instead of two guys in a boat.
Yeah.
You could be in two different places at the same time, and that could increase your chances of catching.
Dramatically.
Yeah.
Double it.
Yeah, double your chances.
Yeah,
But-
covering twice the water.
Like I said, you could literally just take a group photo at the beginning, separate, and submit. You say you catch one fish.
They're time stamped.
Yeah, I think they're time stamped.
All right, fine. Have it your way.
Yeah, but turns out all these rules are in place because people have
Oh, sure, absolutely.
cheated and broken them. So
Yep.
Don't squish the fish.
Yeah.
don't be a dick. Don't squish the fish.
Yeah, you don't need to give it CPR and break its
You are
ribs.
allowed to pinch the tail though.
Cool.
Interesting. Ooh, to make it longer?
Well, yeah, because instead of being splayed like this, if you pinch it, it goes like this.
I thought the measurement was based off of the...
Inside.
So that's for the IFGA world record.
Okay.
In the tournaments, it's the longest, total length of the fish at the points of the tail to the tip of the nose.
So what you're saying is artificial fish tails.
We're
We're gonna have
3D print.
We're gonna have 98-inch muskie. Hang on for the ride, boys.
We're not worried about the record.
Next year's
You can
rule will
have
be no 3D printed fish tails.
Yes. Fish
Just
tail.
3D print the whole fish now.
I'm sure hair extensions are, have something that we can use for it. Hell, if Nicki Minaj can wear them around, I'm sure we can strap them to a fish.
Yeah, but
They both look alike.
I don't know. I'm hoping to catch the Mondo muskie this weekend. If I catch the Mondo muskie, I'm getting that sucker mounted.
Don't you dare. Put him back in the water.
No, live mount. Like you take a photo and then they build a mount off your photo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not killing the muskie.
So a fake fish.
Yeah, but they basically create it's a fake muskie, but it's a exact replica of the one you caught.
Yeah.
I hope it looks
absolutely.
better than the one in that shadow box.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what kind of fish that is in the shadow box.
Nobody knows. It's a snub-nosed rainbow balloon something. I don't know.
I don't know, and our poor listeners can't even see it.
No, they can't.
Well, it's at the top of the camera, but there's a reflection from one of the lights right on it.
Sure is. Oh, well.
I'm still trying to figure out what the hell that thing is.
I think it's supposed to be a rainbow trout.
That's what I would guess.
It's a living room decoration.
Yeah.
Well, it actually says underneath it, it's a rainbow trout.
Oh, hey, look at that.
I never learned to read.
Well, I mean, it's in cursive, so you may actually, in fact, never have learned to read
Yeah.
that.
I learned
Struggled
how to
with it.
read cursive.
Oh, so you're one of the last classes in to learn it?
We still had to
there
write our
was-
name in cursive when we were going through school.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
still write my name in cursive. On my many checks I write.
Everybody does. It's called your signature.
Yeah.
No, that's not cursive.
I
That's
signed
scribbles.
a bunch of papers at the dialysis center yesterday. I just printed my initials on every damn piece of legal documents they gave me.
I agree with it.
I never signed my name at all. Just JWK.
I like messing
Now
up.
people are going to steal your identity.
I like intentionally messing up my signature on government forms just
Yeah.
in case.
Yeah.
That's not me.
You committed fraud, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. This is my signature. That is
Yeah.
not my signature.
I try. It's funny when all my acceptance paperwork into the Marine Corps, every single signature is different. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that was when I learned what my signature was roughly, because it was like, all right, document number 40. Like, Jesus. You know what? C, scribble. C, O, scribble.
Yeah.
You get the O, you're lucky.
Yeah, you can
No,
only
it's something important. That was on the birth certificate.
recognize 4 letters in my signature.
Yeah. Well, when I had my concrete business and payroll came around, and my secretary would sign every check, James W. Carney, and then my wife would sign my name on the back of the check, James W. Carney, and I never did any of it. And
Yeah.
the two different signatures are the same, but two different writings on the same check.
Bank will
I'm
always
not-
take it.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of surprised you didn't just have a signature stamp at work.
Those big
I
money
had
back.
one when I was on the school board. When I was a president, I had a stamper then.
Yeah.
Yeah, those stamps are handy for when you're signing lots of papers
Yeah.
regularly, but I don't do that anymore, so I don't care.
Yeah.
I stamped my name on contracts worth tens of millions of dollars one time. And why the stamp was legal, I don't know.
Because because the bank will always take the check.
Yep,
That's for sure.
Well, we were borrowing money, and my name was borrowing.
You could have put an X on that signature. All right, that's fine.
He's alive. Got it.
Make your mark, sir.
Blood.
Well, take a quick break and then get into.
I was going to say on a fun side note, there's currently a medical mystery for me.
What is it?
Since you mentioned my knees. So my left knee, I have a completely torn tendon.
Cool.
Checks out.
Nobody expected that.
No, right. But what
Just kidding.
people don't expect is apparently like my right kneecap has a whole metric crap ton of fractures.
Like micros?
No, like big ones. Showed up in the x-ray, so now I have to go get an MRI for that. But everybody's like, when did you break your kneecap? I'm like, I don't know. I never did.
It'd be really cool to get us like a solid steel kneecap. And then if you ever get into like a bar fight or something, you just fucking throw that thing around.
Just start kneeing everybody.
Steel
Hell
kneecap.
yeah. Knee to the gut with a metal knee plate. Oh, that'd be sweet. That would suck for everybody else, but
I'll bear that in mind whenever I need joint replacements in the nearest future.
yeah.
I'd recommend titanium.
Titanium.
Yeah, the problem with titanium is it's a little lighter. Need to have the steel.
Well, steel will also like poison your blood.
Yeah, we'll get one of those fancy grades of stainless.
Even adamantium poisons your blood, so.
Yeah,
What?
everything killed.
Adamantium.
What?
The stuff that Wolverine was.
Adamantium.
That's what I said.
Doesn't. Am I missing? Okay, comic book.
Yeah,
Wolverine.
he had an adamantium skeleton. They fused it to.
Homeboy with the claws.
Yeah.
Okay, I liked him. He was angry.
Yeah, very angry.
What's his name?
Logan
No.
and/or Wolverine.
No.
His
The
brother Saber.
actor.
Oh, God damn.
He was
it. Hugh
Australian.
Jackman.
Yeah,
Huge Jackman.
Yeah,
Yes, he is, I think, an Aussie of some
he
sort.
is an Aussie.
Oi.
Anyway, we're going to take a break.
We're real quick, though.
Okay.
Just because we have things to talk about in the next segment or two.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. I'm sorry. You mentioned the Viking ship.
Yes.
How's that going?
I am actually in the process of getting ready to build the ginormous steam box for it because I also have another project I'm going to use the steam box for. So
nowhere.
no, I have to build the steam box. You are correct.
How long has that been steaming in the bag?
Since I gave up on trying to steam it
It's
in the
been
cold ass
over
winter.
a year, I think.
No, it hasn't. I didn't start steaming that until like the winter. It's been a long while, but it has not been a year.
It's been over a year, I think, since you started this project, though.
I started last summer, so it's approaching a year. I can look it up on Instagram.
Somebody will let you know that's
Yeah,
not
I'm
me.
sure they will. But I'm building a steam box because I'm also going to start making fishing nets.
You know what? I have more faith in you to make fishing nets than a Viking ship.
That's fair because I already have everything to.
Yeah, well,
build
that
fishing
and the fact that I had zero faith in you to do the Viking ship. So
Yeah, I'm aware.
I have more faith in you to do the nets.
I'm aware.
What's your goal, to sell them?
Well, I mean, start off as a hobby. If people want to buy them, I'll sell them.
Because I've noticed looking through the internet lately, as I've been a purchaser of flies and other stuff that I never used to be before, but nets are just outrageous anymore.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Just outrageous.
Well, I mean, my theory is I own probably almost half of the fish pond lineup of fishing nets.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I could use those as templates and just make fish pond sells replacement bags. Just make wood use those as a template. Make
Maybe-
wood.
Maybe don't do that and say you did, so you don't get sued.
Well, no, I'm talking about just so the bag fits.
Oh, yeah.
You mean
I need the basket size because I'm going to use their bags
Yeah, just finding the rough total like area of the net.
of the hoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not using it as a
You're
template
definitely
at all.
not going to use it as a template.
No, but I'm saying I need the bag size to make sure it fits.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm designing it to their bags.
Okay, cool. We can take a break.
We're helping you not get sued, buddy. Okay.
We can take a break now.
All right. We'll be back in a few.
And welcome back to Dangerous Fly Fishing, episode 82. I'm Chris Cooper. That's Jim Carney. How are you, sir?
Doing well, thanks.
I got to come back to you. We didn't ask how you were earlier. Also, we have Ross Lyskoka as well as Matt Carney. How are you, sirs?
Doing great.
Doing
Wondering
good.
who's pushing those buttons over there.
Well-
episode 82, take 2.
Yeah, we we, by we, I mean me and the mouse in my pocket, are remembering how to press the buttons over here. So, Jim,
Yes.
what's new with you? How are you?
Well, I'm way overdue to go to the hospital.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah. I've been feeling pretty good. Dialysis has been a real drag the last 2 weeks. I've been coming home and sleeping 3 or 4 hours. And that's not a good thing. But overall, I feel pretty good.
That's good. Well, I'm glad you're always joining us, and
Yeah.
I
the
can't
people love your stories.
I can't remember the last time we did the podcast and whether we had taken Dad muskie fishing or not. Because he went muskie fishing.
Yes, I did go
When?
musky fishing. We went up
No,
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. It must have been the Saturday after our last episode.
Yeah.
Todd and I went up to Lake Wilhelm so he could bust out his muskie rod.
Sure.
Wilhelm.
Nice.
Yeah.
How'd you do?
I got worn out pretty quickly.
It'll do.
I haven't been fishing for a long time, and just the casting on the lake in horrendous windy conditions.
Conditions were not ideal. They were like 2-foot swells.
Oh, it was. In fact, I almost fell in the lake before I even got on the boat. We had pulled the boat into the water, and Todd was holding it on the dock, and the waves were, like he said, 2-foot waves.
Wow.
And I lost my balance, stumbled, and I was within like this far of going headfirst in the lake before I even got in the boat. My legs aren't good, so.
Oh, well,
Yeah, well, the problem with
good
Will,
enough to keep you on the boat. That's what we're worried about.
Yeah.
I made sure to stick him in the back of the boat where the rail goes up almost to his hip.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was 2-foot swells. And like because Wilhelm runs east to west,
There's never a chance to get out of the
there
wind.
like you'd have like a bay
Yeah.
and you'd be able to fish 10 feet, but the water's like a foot deep there.
Yeah.
So it was like, we'd like sit on the edge of the wind seam and try and cast.
Yeah.
We were only out for like, I don't know, maybe 4 hours.
Yeah, about 4 hours.
Because it was just not ideal fishing
It
conditions.
was brutal fishing conditions.
But he did get to try out the new Chippewa. What you think there?
I thought it was a pretty good rod. The one thing I don't like is the intermediate or the full sink line.
They're
I mean, that's what wore me out the most, pulling that stuff up. And I had to strip line in right to the edge of the boat.
Sure.
And then to gather it all up and throw it another 50, 60 feet out there, which was about all you could do in the wind.
right.
He kept trying to do it like trout fishing instead of just leaving it in a pile and then casting like we
Well,
did.
I kept getting hung up on the seat or the railing.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of things that get
He was
hung up.
trying to feed it as he was casting.
Yeah. It's
But that doesn't work so great.
Oh, you
with
were
that.
trying to pull it out of the spool
as he was
cast.
going,
Oh,
like
yeah.
you
It
do
don't
trout
work.
fishing.
It don't work that good.
Yeah. Well, I found that out, and those are the biggest flies I've ever cast. So it was, and I mean, a couple times you'd throw it and then just watch it blow back behind you. It's kind of funny. So
I
That's
also
cool.
found out that half the flies he bought from for muskie fishing, the flies he bought, fall right off the quick attach hook because the hook eyes are like so small.
Yeah.
Just from like wiggling, they just like pop right off.
yeah.
Oh, you just need a smaller size fast tack.
I thought, frankly, you tied him on, so I wasn't worried about that.
No, because I snapped the first one on for him to show him how it happened. I went to hand it to him. The fly just freaking fell
Yeah.
off because the
Wow.
fly hook was like, because they were like thin gauge.
Well, we
they're
didn't.
they're actually thin gauge bass flies that they label
Yeah,
as
they're-
musky.
They're bass flies.
From Big Y.
I mean, granted,
Big
my
Y
fast
and
hatch
Risen.
clip may have been a little
Risen.
open from me using it with actual heavy gauge,
yeah.
but yeah, his flies kept falling off. He
Yeah,
didn't
I-
lose any because it happened on the boat.
Yeah.
I haven't found a musky fly on Big Y that's actually a musky fly
Yeah,
worth
that's-
buying. They're all large bass flies.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right. Now I got a couple from Risen that I think will be all right. They're long flies, streamer type flies.
Okay.
Risen makes them pretty. They're at least well tied.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I've never caught a muskie off of a Risen fly, but
Uh-huh.
the ones that I've thrown to hell and back they've held up.
Yeah.
That for what they sell you, it's
Yeah.
pretty good quality.
Well, Matt, the fly that I was using, was it my fly that the eyes fell off?
No, your fly fell off the fast hatch clip.
No, one of the eyes.
No, that was my musky tickler. Between him and Todd, because about halfway through, Todd asked if he could use my dad's rod.
Oh, well.
Because he doesn't have reels yet, so he was using my reels. So
Oh, okay.
we only had his 10 weight, my 12 weight. But speaking of which, we need to go to the fly shop and buy those.
Yeah.
But between him and Todd, one of them lost the eye off my musky.
Well, I
fly.
bought some eyes when I was at Walmart the other day. I'll glue a couple on.
Well, I have them too. It was just
Yeah.
I just had fun yelling at you guys because
Uh,
that fly's been to hell and back and not lost an eye until you two cast it.
Well, you loosened it up for him.
yeah, there you
Funnily
go.
enough,
I think it was Todd because Todd hit the boat hard.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yep. Done that.
Normally, I lose them off of like rocks and trees.
Yeah,
Doing the old backboard cast.
Mm-hmm.
No, I actually found something kind of cool. I gotta try a fly out with them, but they're like clouser eyes, but they're unweighted,
Uh-huh.
so they're like extremely large eyes,
Oh,
and
okay.
are supposed to be able to let you tie a fly that's neutrally buoyant instead of having to like glue eyes on. 'Cause
Sure.
no matter what I glue
What's
on,
it made of?
it's some kind of plastic.
Plastic. Okay.
Yeah, but it's
I wonder if that would affect the buoyancy though, because it's basically just like a giant balloon.
I don't know. I gotta
Maybe-
try it out. I
Yeah.
literally just got them 2 days ago, so.
Well, I bought this whole bag at Walmart. It has like 5 different size eyes, and it was $2.
Hey, it can't be
So,
bad.
Ross, the fly or the eyes that you're talking about are still like a barbell style. They're just unweighted.
Unweighted barbell eyes, which is very intriguing to me.
Yeah.
What's the outside diameter are we talking about?
Same as they go.
Oh, so they're
up
still
in
small.
No, they're the same. I can't remember. Fish eyes, I guess, is what the leading brand is.
Oh, like
Yeah.
the ones that are like the size of like a dime or quarter.
yeah. They
Oh,
go
okay.
up in size accordingly.
Yeah.
You can buy them in whatever size the fish eyes are. So
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to worry about them falling off at that point, so that's cool.
hopefully,
Yeah. I mean, if they fall off, the whole fly's going to fall apart. So.
I'm sure I can
Wow.
figure out a way to do that.
I'd kind of wonder if they get dinged up like the painted barbell eyes do with the clousers. Though.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh, I don't know.
One way to find out: tie that fly
but
rod.
you
Let's get
don't-
out there and use it.
But the whole point is you don't have to worry about them falling off like the glued on ones. Like,
Yeah,
I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Well, my only question is if they're a sealed plastic like that.
Why don't they float or something?
That would
Yeah.
be what I'd expect is for them to float.
Don't know.
Which might be
Get a bowl of water
a
when you
thing.
go home.
Well, I'm wondering if there's like, did you get them yet?
Yeah, got them 2 days ago.
Do
Whatever.
they have like little vent holes or something in them?
Didn't look at them that close.
Because if they'd fill with water, then they'd be neutrally buoyant.
Yeah.
Theoretically,
You can always drill them.
Whereas if they're full of air, I would expect them to be buoyant.
I'm not sure if they're solid or just rotomolded. I'm
Okay.
assuming they're solid. That would be pretty hard to rotomold something that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, the minnow or fly would ride
I like it.
face up, and I kind of like that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm really intrigued to see how it works
Yeah.
out because that's been the hardest part for me making stuff neutrally buoyant. Is
Yeah.
I love lead eyes
Uh-huh.
because we fish in a lot of areas for muskie that like you just got to get the fly down.
Sure, yeah.
And your natural or neutral buoyancy comes from you stripping that line in as fast as you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
But for areas like larger lakes, larger rivers that we've started to fish, it's I think it'll be an improvement, but
yeah.
Cool.
only one way to find out.
I've never liked fishing in lakes. I mean, when I was a kid, I'd be fly fishing for bass, and my dad had a boat, and we'd go out there, and I'm a structure fisherman. That's why in a trout stream,
I agree.
I can see structure. I can look at a tree in the water and picture trout there and where they're at, but I have a hard time on a lake finding that.
I'm convinced that most fish finder companies just randomly throw fish on like the screen. There's not actually any fish on there. Because like lakes just don't make sense to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Bless you. Jeez, oh man. Good Lord.
I actually held that belief until, like I said, I saw the muskie on the clear view below, because I literally instantly associated the two.
Yeah, which, I will say they probably do read fish once they're under there, but
The little specks might be the factory ones.
throw some orange shit on the screen and they'll think it's a fish. Justify that.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at all these tiny little bait fish down there. There's got to be a big fish around.
Exactly.
Spotted
I'm going to
fish.
find a way to prove it. I'm suing the hell out of it.
Ross is going to just cut his hair, shave his Fu Manchu, and go apply for a job at like the garment factory.
Absolutely. I'm not even going to shave. Screw them. They won't pay attention that close.
Yeah.
They don't know us.
You're not going undercover. That's true. They don't.
I'm always undercover. The incognito bandito.
That's right.
But yeah, so Jim got to test out his
Yep.
musky fly rod.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Glad. I hope next time you go out, it's not squall conditions.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to fishing in a stream for muskies. I'm really looking forward to that. Or even the Allegheny River. I mean,
Yeah.
I can
Well, a good one to go on.
Well, so we had discussed this. One of the
Too soon.
one of
sorry.
the problems that he has is that whole diabetes,
Yeah, I can totally get it.
Yeah.
and his blood sugar dropped while we were out on the lake, and he brought cookies and stuff. But that's an entirely like being out on the lake where we can quickly get back to shore, have cell phone service, call for emergency medical services.
Absolutely.
A lot of the rivers and streams, you're on the raft for 8,
Yeah.
12 hours with little to no cell service, and you can only bring what you can pack.
Right. Yeah.
Go to the Dollar Tree, gets a bag of pixie sticks, get a thing of icing, grab some regular Gatorades, and bring food with you.
True.
So,
Trust me, I live with this.
yeah, but your wife's in moderate control of her diabetes.
I understand that.
He is not.
I also understand that, but what I'm telling you is just bring the things and he'll be fine.
There's also a stream that we know of that is you'd be able to get off it really quickly if an emergency presented itself, which it's not yet. I didn't say it. I'm good at this.
Not the one you and I like floating. Another one?
One of the ones that we like floating.
Okay.
That's also. Well, I'll shut up now because I don't want to hear that quack.
We'll discuss it off air.
I actually didn't even mean to press it.
I think
though.
I know what one you're talking about
You
because
should.
there's shorter distances between like 4 hours between each launch.
Oh, the one over in Ohio.
Yeah, yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think it's called the Miami River.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
Oh, no, it's not the
Oh,
Mississippi.
the Mommy River. Mommy.
So Isonychia.
Oh, mommy?
Yeah. Let's move on.
Sushi?
Umami.
That's unagi.
No, umami is a flavor that's not really identifiable.
Yeah, that.
It's a pretentious word that means absolutely nothing, and I hate it. However,
Unagi's eel sushi.
yes, that is an
Two different
actual
words.
Okay.
food. Umami, which these liberal, freaking pasty white dreadlocked wearing people just invent words to make themselves feel important, and I despise it. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go off on a tangent if I don't.
So MSG.
MSG's a thing.
I love MSG, by the way.
Chinese food's delicious.
It's not in all Chinese food anymore.
And it's not bad for you. Don't let the government tell you that it is.
No, they already debunked all that, and what's the word? They took all the things back that they said because there was actually no study done, and somebody just made that shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they did studies, and they're like, "Oh, actually, it's not bad for you at all."
Yeah, we're wrong.
Weird.
So, Isonychias.
Isonychia.
What are they?
They
Tunas.
are a type of mayfly.
Okay. Jim, you tend to bring up the Isonychia a lot.
Yeah. I tell you, the first fish that I caught on an Isonychia, on a nymph, first nymph, because I was a dry fly fisherman from the day I started, because my buddy Jim was.
Mm-hmm.
So he tied dry flies. He gave me dry flies. I bought dry flies, and that's all we used. And I was 16, 17 years old, and I said, there's got to be something more. So we were up at Slate Warren, and I had actually bought a Isonychia nymph, or a slate drake nymph, as it's known up there.
Okay.
We went over to Slate Run, and I was fishing in a run and caught the 9, 10 inch trout. Nothing spectacular, but it was the first trout I'd ever caught on a nymph. And Jim come over and he said, "That's the ugliest damn fly I've ever seen." And all it was a purplish brown wrapped around a hook.
Yeah.
And that's all it was. But I put a split shot on, drug it down through this run, and hooked a fish. And I went on a nymph fishing expedition for the next 3 or 4 years. And I took my chest box, but I rarely used it. Right. And I used nymphs until I started getting pretty good with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm probably still in the pretty good stage, but it's interesting. I like the nymph fish, but I still like the dry fly fish. But the Isonychia was the first trout I caught on a nymph was an Isonychia nymph.
And it was the perfect color to actually
Absolutely
catch a fish.
right, yeah, and it was perfect.
So you said it was a slate drake is how it was referred to
That's
where
what
you bought it.
That's what Slate Run and Pine Creek Tackle Shop call an Isonychia.
Okay.
Is a slate drake.
So is it actually related to the drake, or is it?
Oh yeah, they're
Okay.
big. They're big dark-collared flies, and they're pretty prevalent on those watersheds.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I've seen one on my creek, but I'm not up there enough to see it. And they seem to they crawl out on rocks. I think it says that in here.
Mhm.
But when I was up first learning to fly fish and went to Kettle Creek, I was just amazed at the number of nymph cases you would see on the rocks on the shore of the
Oh, yeah.
stream. And, I just assumed they were stoneflies, but I was corrected a year or two later, and they were Isonychia nymphs.
Interesting. Yeah, because when you hear those names where it's called like a slate drake, you kind of got to wonder if it's just hilljacks calling something, okay, this looks like a drake, so we'll call it that, but it's actually
It is
in
a
the
big
same
fly.
family.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is a big fly. They're not as big. What are they? About a 12, I suppose, is what they are. Not like a brown drake or a yellow drake or a green drake, or could be 8s or 10s.
Yeah, real big.
Yeah, but these are big. You'll see them floating on the stream. They've got the big high wings that are folded over the back, up straight.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Slate Run, Kettle Creek, and Pine Creek were just full of them. I'm mentioning streams. I guess we're not
you're
supposed to
fine
do
on
that, but they're hardly secrets. There's,
Yeah. No, we don't really worry about the mentioning streams
Yeah.
so much as like, oh yeah, here's where I caught some really nice muskie.
Yeah.
Behind this rock, 3 miles this way, up to the left, on the right.
Here's a
underneath
10-digit
pine tree.
grid.
yeah, yeah.
North 40 by West 80.
Yeah.
But as my father mentioned, the Isonychia, they are known for crawling out on shore in order to hatch. They do also hatch via the water's surface, kind of like your typical mayfly. They are, I believe, basically the best swimming nymph of all the nymphs.
Okay.
They're world-renowned swimming nymphs. In fact, they are such good swimmers that they're actually predatory, supposedly, to other nymphs.
So they'll eat smaller nymphs.
They'll eat caddis pupa and everything else because
Wow.
they
Oh,
basically
wow.
can run stuff down.
I did not know that.
But
Neither
yeah,
did Jim, apparently.
No, I did not know that they
Yeah.
fed on other nymphs,
that's what I read in my research.
because most nymphs aren't. I mean, they're not meat eaters.
They're
Well,
carnivorous.
these ones apparently do.
Wow.
So they are basically, the other nymph's nightmare because they're by far the best swimming ones.
Mm-hmm.
They also are one of the fastest swimming nymphs, which kind of gives them that edge in predator stuff.
Yeah. I wonder if that's like you might even be able to strip a nymph pattern at some points.
That is actually one of the more popular techniques of fishing Isonychia is stripping them like a streamer and or running, like swinging them like a wet fly, because they are such good swimmers that actually replicates them.
I actually thought on the notes that was a typo.
What?
The swinging of the nymph.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a thing.
Like a wet fly. That's how you fish wet flies.
I don't fish them.
Well,
so,
you also
I-
don't commonly hear swinging a nymph.
Yeah.
Because
You used to, years ago, everybody was swinging wet flies. That's what you did.
Well, that's wet flies, though. No.
Yeah, but nymphs the same way. I've actually done that.
Well, I think you swung nymphs until we developed the strike indicator.
Well, I still swing nymphs once in a while. I kind of like.
I mean, I do at the tail end of the cast, but usually that kind of simulates more of the the nymph rising
Right,
hatch.
yeah. But I've actually swung wet flies and nymphs in the riffle below the big pool at camp. And there's a ton of fish in there.
Yeah.
yes, there is.
And swinging flies is a good way to cover that.
That's what I was trying to do last time I was up to camp, but
Really? In the big riffle below the pool behind camp?
Well, that's why I was standing right where that log is, because I was trying to get myself far enough and up creek that I could actually get a swing going.
Yeah, you're in the wrong riffle.
And then it started downpouring. That and it was like pitch black out. So
Yeah.
it wasn't
He's
really-
talking about the riffle at
Above the
end.
bridge. Right,
Wait.
okay.
right above the bridge.
Yeah. Way down the one to where we go get lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. That above that riffle. And,
Oh.
You and I fished there.
Yeah.
it's usually full of fish.
We scared off some kids.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Throwing rocks.
You were down at the riffle?
We went down and
Down.
started below the bridge and
Downstream.
then started fishing our way up to camp.
Oh, okay. Well,
Near that really fancy restaurant.
Wait a minute.
yeah.
I was gonna say, don't forget you're on camera there, mister.
Easy.
Nope, I wasn't. I wasn't. You were.
So the nymphs associate with boulders, cobble, gravel, or wood in fast or moderately fast water.
Similar to other drakes.
Similar to the most of the other drakes actually go for like the mud.
No, they're in the sand and mud, mostly drakes.
Yeah, they are not like the other drakes in that
Yeah.
regard.
Yeah.
They like the the nice clean cobble, gravel, etc.
Makes sense.
Makes it easier to spot their prey when they run them down and eat them.
Which still blows my mind.
Yeah, mine
Yeah.
too. That's still.
You sure about that?
100%, man. I'll pull up my research.
No, I
Yeah.
believe it. That's just very intriguing to hear.
No,
that.
I'm not saying that's their primary food source. They've just
Yeah.
been documented eating other nymphs and caddis pupae.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Still blows my mind that people caught that on camera. I'm glad they did, but
Well,
Buddy.
it turns out there's a lot
Right.
of crazy people that document everything.
Those people are called scientists.
this is what you can accomplish if you don't have a girlfriend.
The much like I forget the other mayfly we talked about, but they have a tendency.
All of them.
Well, not all of them yet, but the other one that was also a pretty good swimmer that did practice launches
yeah.
to
Oh,
the Isonychia have a tendency to do that as well. Like
Okay.
instead of a lot of mayflies just let go and go to the surface to hatch, they kind of do like practice ones where they go up and then come back down.
it wasn't a blue wing, was it?
I think it actually was that.
Because that's why we were talking about making that additional.
No, the blue wings
Stage.
swim down. I thought it was the Hendrickson.
No, I think it was the blue wing because that's what he was talking about using.
That
No, you were talking about
dropper.
the blue wings swim down to lay the
That's,
eggs.
okay, that's what Ross was.
No, there was another one. I think it was the Hendrickson maybe, where they basically do practice runs before they actually hatch.
It makes
Gonna
sense.
try and check old notes.
Which also means that when they do this, they tend to have a lot of drift because even though they are good swimmers, when you let go, the current's going to take you. So they tend to have a lot of drift. So the nymphs and the emergers are going to be good patterns to fish for the Isonychia.
It was the Hendrickson.
Okay.
Nice. Good call.
Good call, Ross.
We should actually start getting a pile of our show notes going.
No,
Just
too confusing.
You know what I mean?
For back reference. Well, that's what I said. I kind of want to do the newscaster.
Yeah, you could do that. That'd be fun. Do it again.
Sorry, I'll do it for Cam.
Yeah.
Today in news, they hatch late afternoon, evening, and night. And then spinner falls usually a couple days after they hatch, so they live a little longer than a lot of other mayflies once they hatch. The big thing, they mate in swarms 20 or 30 feet in the air,
Okay. So real high up.
pretty high up. The females drop the eggs from high above the water, so you're not going to have a lot of rises during the dropping of the eggs. They do kind of like repeated runs to drop the eggs, typically basically any time of day from late morning through night.
Got it. So the spinner fall is going to be like a legitimate spinner fall. It's not going to be where females are laying or touching down on the water surface to lay eggs or ride real low above the water.
Yeah, no, they're not going to spend as much time on the water or dive down like
Okay.
some of the other nymphs we discussed. But they do try and favor laying the eggs in fast or moderately fast water because, as we noted, that's where the nymphs want to end up. So
Yeah.
apparently the parents try and plan ahead and put the babies where they need to be to grow.
Yep.
Head Start program for nymphs.
There you go.
I am curious about something though,
Yes.
because these Isonychia are more of a predator type. I'm assuming they would probably eat their own,
Maybe.
I mean,
like a guppy.
I kind of feel like that's the rule of nature is if it's smaller than you eat it, whether it's your own offspring or not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially in that type of life resources and whatnot.
Yeah. I mean,
I think it would be difficult for them to eat their own just because they're theoretically all the same size when they hatch.
and equal speed swimmers and whatnot.
Yeah, I would think they would go for.
I mean, I think the main thing is I think the eating other stuff is perhaps opportunity
Yeah.
or shortage of other food that
Yeah.
leads to it. Because, I mean, if you're getting a steady stream of plankton or whatever coming downstream, you're probably not going to waste your energy running down another nymph.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could imagine it's more of a drive-by kind of thing.
Yeah, opportunistic.
Yeah, they just happen to like run into each other. Okay, cool.
Well, I'm not saying. Well, I guess I should word it differently then if I'm trying not to say it that way. But if you have two Isonychia right next to each other, the one's laying eggs and they start to hatch, then another one Isonychia is going to come across and just like Ross said, a drive-by
Yeah,
basically.
opportunistic. I mean, it's kind of like pike eating baby muskie.
Yeah.
'Cause pike hatch a couple weeks sooner, so they're
Right.
bigger, and they eat, if they come across baby muskie, they're going to eat them.
Yeah.
So if, this Isonychia nymph hatches like 3 or 4 days before the other ones. I mean, it may even eat the eggs before they hatch. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if science has gotten that far. I just know they've documented them eating other nymphs and caddis pupa.
Yeah, we need to find the camera guy that
Exactly.
Yeah.
We need documentation
Pervert.
of that.
Herbert.
No, the pervert.
What?
Herbert the pervert.
Down there documenting fish bugs doing their business.
Disgusting.
So,
Either way. Good time for a break. Come back with the next fly.
yep, sounds like a plan.
All right.
Okay, sounds good.
See you guys in a few.
And welcome back to Dangerous Fly Fishing, episode 82. I'm Chris Cooper. That's Jim Carney. How are you, sir?
Doing well, thanks.
Also in studio, Matt Carney and Ross Lyskoka. How are you, sirs?
Doing well.
I switched your names. See what I
Did.
did there?
You're tricky.
Very tricky.
I try to be tricky.
Keeping everybody on their toes.
So, do you like the Keystone better than the Bush then?
No, I
you
like
went-
I
you
like
went-
the Bush better, but
You're
I
just trying
brought
to finish
four.
the Keystone.
I brought 4 Keystones with me, so
Well, thank you for
I figured
sacrificing for the cause.
well,
Slum.
yeah, no. I mean, I have a lot more at home. I bought 2 15 packs thinking I was gonna like it more, and bought none of the Bush apple, which should have bought both. But that's fine. I'll drink it eventually.
Yeah, that's fine.
I got my beer fridge all set up now, so I got 2 separate refrigerators in my garage.
I was actually thinking we should set one up in here so that we don't have to go to the other room.
It'll
to get
make noise.
That's
It'll
true.
make a lot of noise.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay,
You'd have
bad
to-
idea.
You'd have to unplug it every episode, which, whatever.
I was just trying to be more considerate, easy access if we ever have an in-studio guest.
Might as well just put it underneath your table there next to you.
All the beer will be gone.
The old mini fridge.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
all the beer will be gone. I'd literally just...
All the beer's already gone anyways.
Yeah, it all gets drank. That's why I buy random beers that I don't think you'll drink as fast, like these.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Or Icy Light. You never drink Icy Light.
Fuck no.
You
You
watch
will.
your mouth. You liked it more than the other beers.
Yeah, more than garage beer.
Yeah.
In the blind taste test, I like the Icy Light better than garage beer.
Okay.
It was not as much fun to garage beer.
True.
Whatever we were doing.
Icy Light does not garage beer. It Icy Lights.
Yeah.
Yep. It lights.
It's much
ice.
smoother sounding name, Icy Light. Kind of almost has like the phonetics going for it. I don't know.
Why are you whispering all of a sudden?
I have no
Got
idea.
really awkward in here.
It did. That's okay.
I feel
don't know.
bad for Ross.
Why?
His
Because I'm
face,
whispering at you.
he was talking sweet nothings into your earlobes over
I
there.
wouldn't call Icy Light sweet nothings.
Ross might. He
It's
likes
true, he does like Icy
I-
Light.
If I'm going to drink a beer, it's an Icy Light.
that a boy.
Or Yingling. That and you know what else I really like is Straub.
Straub's all right. I get on board with Straub.
I like the fact that I can like just go to the brewery
Mhm.
and it's there, and
You can do that with Yingling too. It's just a few further hours away.
I can. But you know, it Straub also has that old timey, built into a hillside kind of vibe. That
No
I
salt, no
really
sugar,
enjoy.
no preservatives.
Exactly.
No hangover.
Truth.
I've tested that out, and it's true,
Yeah.
which is surprising.
Yeah.
We tested that out real good and ended with me with a DUI.
Oops.
Almost got you out of there. Almost.
It was a terrible idea to go back for another case.
Ross, do your impression of you being drunk.
Well, you know, the cop pulls up and he's like, "Oh, I smell alcohol." And I lean over from the front seat. That's me, officer. I'm just trash. And he's sitting there, and it was a young cop. He's like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." And apparently, he was with a
He was like
trainer.
a trainee.
And the older guy is like, "Wait a minute, I've heard this before."
I guarantee he hasn't, sirs.
Damn, those are the experienced officers.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because, you know, obviously he's trying to, he's like, "Oh, well, can either of you two drive home?" And Sean blew a .00. And I was like, "Well, you know, just for funsies, why can't I, like, blow and see where I'm at?" I was like at .12 or something. It was good. The older guy was laughing. He's like, "Well, you're definitely not driving." I was like, "I didn't figure I would be.
But I could. So you should have said.
Guarantee I can get you home. That's for sure."
but I'll try.
I was doing a fine job getting us home till the police interceded.
Yeah, it was. I was not concerned for my safety at all.
Yeah, less than 5 miles from home.
Yeah,
Ding.
that's how they get you.
Boo.
He was right where the
Was it a
speed
township cop?
No, state.
Stady.
Yeah.
They dropped the speed limit randomly for funding.
No reason.
Yeah,
And I let off. I was doing 70, and I was like, "Oh, it's 55." So I let off the gas instead of hitting the brakes, figuring the vehicle would slow down.
Sure.
And it was slowing down. It just did not slow down fast enough for the state trooper.
yeah, which is neither here. Road pirates,
Yeah, they were hiding behind the exit sign.
revenuers. You know what doesn't tax people ridiculously for no reason?
Keith Stone.
And brown drakes.
Oh,
That's true.
Yeah.
but he doesn't. Keith Stone doesn't.
No, he's just smooth. So, brown drake.
Are they originally from Canada?
One of them is. Just one. It's where the fly is. Just one is from Canada. Made a quick appearance on a TV show way back in the day. I believe it was Degrassi.
I don't remember. I think it was just because
Never
that's the first one that came to mind.
Never
but
even
I might
heard
be
of this
wrong.
show.
It's not worth watching.
I'm gonna look it up while camera's on you and you're talking about
Wonderful.
the fly brown drake.
Not the brown drake.
Yeah, well, similar to our other drakes that we've discussed in the past, it emerges from underwater, obviously,
You mean nymphs live underwater?
sometimes.
Wow.
For most of their life, actually, as nymphs.
What?
Yeah. But no, it's one of the quicker flying away. What's quicker hatching, quicker. There's always that debate now between us whether it's drying its wings off or it's getting blood flow to the wings. Either way, it is one of the quicker nymphs that sheds its shell and is ready to fly away from the surface of the water.
The husk.
Husk. That's a
Shuck.
shock.
Shock. Damn
That's
it.
I always forget it.
Actually, I have before you go any further, I have a question.
What's
It
your
was
question?
Degrassi.
Okay.
If that answers
I've never
your
heard
question.
of that show. So I have a question. Like, have you ever actually seen a video of like a mayfly hatching from the shock
I saw a stonefly on a video.
or
yesterday.
stonefly?
I saw a video.
So
It's terrifying.
I have a question. Like, is it kind of like, do you ever see like a movie where like it's
Like
almost like
Alien?
driving a spaceship
Yeah.
where like
'Cause I've
it's
definitely
actually
done
a
that.
fully developed fly inside or a car? Like,
Yeah.
it's like a fully developed fly operating an exoskeleton. Like,
Yeah.
is that how that works? Like, it's piloting around its little nymph body as a fully developed fly? or-
the back splits and it crawls out through the back.
I know. That's what I'm talking
Just
about.
fully
The before.
You see, yesterday when I was watched the stonefly nymph video, the back actually cracked. The nymph stuck his head up and popped the wings out, and the wings were all crumpled up. And,
Yeah, and then the-
next thing you know, boom, the wings open up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is you have essentially a fully formed dun,
Yes.
for instance, inside there.
Well, that's because once those wings will support them, whatever.
no, I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
I'm talking
it's the
about
same.
I'm talking about the principle of like, is the nymph
Yeah.
shock actually just like an exoskeleton
Yes.
that a fully developed fly is inside operating?
Yeah.
Same thing as
I'd say yes. Eventually, it becomes that, and at that point, they evict themselves from
Yeah.
the shock. Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
caterpillars turning into butterflies.
I
Yeah.
kind of feel like we need to.
Well, no, that's a little different because that's just a cocoon that they chill in until they become a butterfly. He's talking about because the fact that this thing is, air quote, walking around on whatever, and then it eventually just blooms into this fly. Now, granted, yours is the same theory, just different because it's not
Well,
walking around.
well, that's why it's different. Like,
So
it goes in.
yes, it is an exoskeleton. It does operate it. Eventually, it operates it from the inside because it is now shedding that
well,
exoskeleton,
I mean, that's
just like any other bug.
I guess my question is, and I'll have to do more research now that I've totally
Science.
taken us off topic, is like, is there like, you know, how like you see like in health class, like the development of a fetus into a baby? Like, is there like something similar for
The baby does
a
not
nymph
operate
into a
the mom.
fly inside? I'm not referring to like that.
Well, maybe to a sense.
Are you
Cravings,
sure? No, I was
cravings
going to say,
and
did
stuff.
Amanda have some cravings that Oliver was demanding?
No.
But I mean, guess what
Guinness.
I'm saying is like, you know what I'm talking about?
She
Like,
wanted to go fishing one time. It was weird.
that's Oliver in there.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? How there's like this is what a fetus looks at 6 weeks, 10 weeks, etc.
Yeah.
Like, is there something similar for a?
Oh, I'm sure
For a
because
nymph?
the
No.
the shuck has to actually grow with it.
Yeah, like a crab.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying is there like but I'm talking about the actual dun inside the shuck. Is there like a development where?
Yeah, there has to be because.
Well, I know there has to be, but I'm asking if there is diagrams similar to we have for health class with fetuses and babies.
I don't know.
We're going to have to research.
I would assume so.
Yeah, that's the only way I think it would work.
I'm not questioning if that's how it works or not. I'm asking about diagrams.
He wants to see
Yes.
the stages of its inside life, basically.
Well, it starts
Yes.
off as a nymph.
Yep.
Then
It starts off as an egg.
Was it a fly before it was an egg, or was it an egg before it was a fly?
It's like
It was an egg.
Actually, so if you're referring to the old chicken versus the egg,
No.
which came first?
Yeah, the dinosaur.
No, the chicken came first.
impossible. If a rat goes inside a house, is it still a rat or is it a mouse?
It's still a rat. It's
Sure.
a different species.
Yeah. No, but
Ratatouille.
if a mouse goes outside the house, it's not a rat. It's still a mouse.
Yeah, rats are still rats inside a house.
No.
Rat's a different species. But
Rats
anyway,
are those-
the scientists
Rats live in New York, actually.
scientists proved that the chicken came before the egg because the chickens provide a protein to the egg that can only come from the chicken.
Scientists actually took time to figure that out.
Yes.
So
We need to cut funding.
what?
Well, I mean,
right.
I'm not arguing with you. But
I'm assuming back in the Paleozoic era, there was chickens with like razor teeth and whatnot.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they're
called
called raptors.
dinosaurs or velociraptors. Yeah. Which
No,
ironic. Velociraptors apparently were actually like the size of a chicken.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't the size of a chicken. Brown Drakes.
Yeah,
Well, he's
boy, did-
quite bigger than a chicken, I would say. He's like 6'1". I don't know.
4 foot sometimes in the wheelchair.
Ayo.
Anyways, so they hatch later afternoon, evening, and night, similar to other drake species. Sorry. You can also fish these very similar to the Isonychia with an emerging lift, kind of not quite swinging it, but at the tail end of your cast. You can let it rise to the surface to indicate rising, I guess is the technical term.
Yeah.
emerging.
Emerging, rising, they're interchangeable. They are also one of those, once they actually turn into the dun or the actual fly portion after the shucking, it's a very high floating dry fly. I'm assuming that's because it's got such large wings for it being a drake that it kind of gives you that classic profile of
The giant sailboat going down
yeah,
the stream.
the sailboat. That was the term I was looking for. Thank you. It's also a very good wet fly hatch just due to the fact of how they do things underwater. Very large nymph that's quite easily spotted. It's very easy to replicate that with a wet fly hatch, apparently.
Okay.
I've never fished brown drakes like that.
So are we talking size like a stone fly? Or are we
Yeah.
talking
Probably like a 10.
A 10, yeah.
Okay.
10, 12.
Good size.
They're a bigger mayfly.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Two
Just for comparisons for me,
2XL
for my brain.
2XL hook though.
Okay.
Longer.
Just because of the shape of the fly.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because they're long.
Yep.
long body.
Makes sense.
After that, they typically will lay their eggs in a mate in it. I'm sorry, having a brain fart. They lay their eggs after mating in a swarm, similar to the other ones, other drakes, other mayflies. They swarm up, and during late evening or night, they'll look for moderately fast, borderline slow water to actually lay their eggs.
So kind of similar to the other drakes. Then.
Yeah, very similar as well.
Kind of silty, muddy, slow to moderate fast water.
These ones go back to the sandy or silty, moderately fast water, like you said.
So it's a mud bug.
Yep, looks for gravel as well. These nymphs, however, are very clumsy swimmers. They will drift a rather long ways before emerging just because they can't really swim anywhere, so they will get taken by the current.
Sound like great prey for Isonychia.
I would love to see that.
Wow. I kind of feel like the brown drake nymph's going to be bigger than the Isonychia, so they may not tackle
Right.
that one.
Fun fact on these ones, though, when you're actually trying to replicate the pattern, wet flies are very good for this just due to the fact that once it actually turns into a dry fly or a dun, they tend to take off extremely quickly. So due to the fact that they're not actually on the water very long, you might not have as much success fishing traditional dry flies just because if you're trying to replicate that dun, okay, say this takes off in half a second. I'm
Right.
BSing that.
Sure.
But a fish is not going to primarily target something floating on top of the water just due to the fact that they are normally gone as soon as they can be.
Right.
So in that first inch or two of surface film, you're going to want to throw a wet fly through there because that best replicates what the fly is actually doing.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense considering you said that, they're clumsy swimmers. They drift extensively, so the whole nymph emerger phases of it would be when you're going to have your best opportunity, it sounds like.
Right, because they just don't stay on the water
Yeah,
long
and then
enough.
the fish they see it and it's gone. They don't even have the opportunity to go after it unless they're already up there.
Right.
Like it lands in front of their face.
It would be an
sense.
opportunistic grab at best, I think, is the best
Right.
way to describe it.
Yeah.
We're using that word opportunistic a lot tonight.
So I guess if anything, if
It's a very apt word.
if you get like a really stubborn fish that keeps rising and rising or keeps missing, or waves off, however you want to word it. I call it a miss.
Mm-hmm.
But
Near hit.
maybe throw that one out there a couple times and just cut a quick casts onto that spot and then bring it back after it misses it again. Maybe try that out.
It's intriguing.
Yeah.
I think that would be... I'd have to try that, actually. Just like
Right.
cast it out, nothing hits it after the first, 3 feet of drift,
Mhm.
pull it back, throw it somewhere else.
Yep.
I'd be very interested to see how that would work.
Or even if there's a fish rising
Yeah.
in that one particular spot,
And is looking up.
drift it through a couple times, couple quick.
It don't so
trips.
much go as a full-on drift down the
Yeah.
stream, but just like a targeted, I'm going to throw it here and then get rid of it.
Yeah, that's how I would probably fish that. When there's something there and it keeps rising, why not?
I don't disagree. I've never tried it, but I'm genuinely intrigued to see how that would play
I
out.
was going to say on top of that, they might be hitting cripples too in that situation.
That's probably illegal.
Depends. Other than that, the spinners are going to appear right before dark, hour or two, and they're going to fall back. I mean, it doesn't. I don't see how long they live. However, right before an hour or two before dark, that's when you're going to start wanting to switch over to your spinner replication pattern, because that's when they're going to start dying and coming back to the
Gotcha.
top of the water.
Gotcha.
Anything else to add to that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, this is one of those flies that I am going more off of what the internet says, because I don't really fish a lot of brown drakes. I
Yeah,
can't tell you the
I
last
don't
time
think
I
any
did.
of us do.
We don't have a lot of brown drakes in the areas where we fish.
Right.
Yeah.
Where are they more prevalent?
I think they're more towards the eastern part since we cover the central and western part pretty good. So I'm
Yeah.
going to assume they're more eastern.
It would make sense to me. Like I said, I've
Well,
never
if
seen.
you're talking about eastern part, they're big hatches. I know, on again, internet research, brown drakes are a very major fly on the Henry's Fork and out that way.
So more east.
That's out west.
West,
It's Montana.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, Henry's. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm clearly in the wrong spot on that.
It's okay.
What am I thinking of? Yeah, I'm thinking of Young Woman's.
Oh,
Cross
The
fork.
forks. Yeah,
Cross
cross
fork.
forks. Yeah.
yeah.
Don't listen to me on that one. Go west, young lad.
Yeah, it's like a 5-hour drive to Henry's Fork.
That's it.
5 hour?
It was a joke of
I
it
was
being in
gonna say.
Pennsylvania.
Depends how committed you are to the drive.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I
95.
better buy a Lamborghini or a Bugatti or something
Yeah.
and
Whoa.
be doing mock Jesus.
I would avoid
okay.
Chicago.
I'm not sure you can because 80 and 90, I think, both go through Chicago.
Yeah.
Either way.
That's your main west outlets.
Just go around it. It's worth it. It's worth going around.
Chicago's not that bad to actually drive through, in my experience.
When we were coming back from out west, we were hung up in traffic. There was a lot of road construction, and we were hung up.
Well, I mean, compared to South Dakota, it's worse. But
Well, this was bad. It was both 80 and 90 were both bunched up, and
We had that Camaro in the Leadfoot at the time.
no, we had the Kia minivan.
I'm still jealous of the fact that you took a Camaro all the way out to.
I was doing 100 miles an hour in Colorado
I would be too.
Attaboy.
and got caught.
Ah.
yeah, you need to wait till Wyoming where there's no speed limit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was a funny thing. I was driving the Camaro, and your mother said, "Aren't you going kind of fast?" And I said, "There's nobody out here." And I
She
looked in the
jinxed
rear
you.
view mirror, and there's this dot behind me. And I said, "Wouldn't that be funny if it was a cop?" It wasn't funny at all because it was a cop. He didn't fine us, though, but I think the only reason was the back seat of the Camaro had all these bags because we had been to the Aurora Mall out south of Denver, and we had bought all this stuff, and he was looking at it and going way too fast for out here.
Yeah.
But then he says, have a safe trip, and left. Didn't get a ticket.
Wow.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard, you know.
What was the speed limit?
It wasn't 100. I know
Well,
that.
I know that, but like, was that like back in the? When was this trip? Because is that back in the
that
day
was-
when the national speed limit was 55 to conserve gas?
It was before that, but I
Okay.
think the speed limit was 75 or 80.
Okay, I was gonna say because back when it was the national speed limit was 55, that'd have been a 45 mile per hour over.
Yeah.
Well, I paid for that whole speedometer. I'm going to use the
It's part of the car goes this fast.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
can't I?
Yeah. Why do they make the cars
Why do
go
they
this
make it
fast?
go this
if I'm not allowed to drive it that fast.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's my whole argument between with that. Why do they even sell it that way?
track usage only.
Yeah,
Rip
I
the
don't
governor out. Take a chance.
like my truck as is goes over 100
Have you gone over 100 in your truck?
once, maybe
Theoretically.
by myself
Allegedly.
on the highway,
Allegedly.
Clearly.
and it was really late / early, and totally sober. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm not arguing your skill to drive. I'm just was curious if you ever took your truck that fast.
Yeah. Actually, it wasn't the truck I currently have. It was the truck I had before. It had the 2.7 in it with the turbo. The turbo was fun.
Yeah.
The thing got up and went
Turbo is
right
fun.
now. Yeah.
I like my turbo very much. My truck runs like crap when the turbo doesn't work.
Your truck doesn't run at all right now.
Well, that's a different problem. It's not a turbo problem. I had the mass airflow sensor go out on me once on 79, and apparently when the mass airflow sensor goes, it shuts off the turbo.
Yeah.
And you talk about like how the diesel has the chatter with the turbo. It is unbelievably chattery without a turbo because I drove it home. Like I got off at the next exit and drove it home on the back roads, and I mean, she still had some power, but nowhere near as much as with the turbo.
Sure.
And she sounded like freaking the engine was chewing gravel the whole way home.
Might have been.
Nope, totally fine. Got home, swapped mass airflow sensor, and she operational for another 200,000 miles so far.
Till them damn injectors went.
Yeah.
Anything else to add, gents?
I want to say, I think the fastest I ever went was the night I was running from the not police.
Yes, I remember that
On the
night.
bike where nobody was actually behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah. He dusted me. I was like, I'm not getting pulled over for being stupid. And
There you go.
He actually stopped at a local watering hole closer to the Ohio border.
that's where we were supposed to meet. That's where we were heading
That's
next.
where we were going.
Yeah.
And instead, I went home, and he called me when he got to the watering hole, the bar, and I was already in bed at home. And, I mean, how far away would you say that bar is from where I was living at the time?
Probably 8 miles most.
Yeah. And I was literally, I had parked, went upstairs because I lived on the second floor, got changed, was in bed about to fall asleep, and he calls me, asks me where I am. I was probably going 130 miles an hour.
Allegedly.
No, I definitely was.
It's past the
There's
Yeah,
no
no.
statute of limitations.
yeah.
on
That's
speeding.
passed on speeding. I think the fastest I ever went was around 140
Golly.
in a Mercury Mistake.
Oh, you're kidding.
Nope. I
That's
don't-
the only one that can go that fast.
Oh,
I disagree.
my other trucks can get
The
up there.
Mystiques?
Yeah. My Milan went pretty fast.
And not the Mystique, that's for sure.
Well,
My
I think
Milan had
it
a
was like
V6
I think it
V6
was
in
like such a small, crappy engine they never bothered putting a governor in it.
You probably had to get a downhill and a.
Oh no, it was on the bridge on Toll 376, that big long bridge over the I guess it's probably Beaver River at that
Yeah.
point. The cops thing sitting at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I was on the way back from a high school basketball game, doing.
Yeah. You would have been with God had you not.
Could tell you,
Had you wrecked, yeah.
I could tell you the brakes on that Mystique were not designed to stop anything over 60.
I believe you.
I called it the Mercury Mistake, but that's the fastest I've ever gone.
All right, let's get out of here. I will want to mention one quick thing before you roll us out of here, Matt. So we did have a special episode a few, I don't know, weeks ago, maybe a little over that now. It was between episodes 73 and 74.
It's about 2 months.
Yeah, it was with Mr. Jim Crawford. I know you, Jim, actually mentioned him a lot. So if anybody is interested in putting a face to the name, that's a good episode to go watch and or listen to. Jim's a good time.
Yep.
Both Jims are a good time. And Sean was here too that day, I think.
Yeah,
So,
I believe he was.
yeah.
Yeah, because we all went to the TU banquet.
Yep. So go ahead and
that's
give
really
her a
cool.
listen.
Yep, for sure.
It's a quick one too.
It is a quick one. It's only about a half hour long. We kind of squeezed it in before we went to the banquet.
Yeah.
As always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Dangerous Fly Fishing. You can find our podcasts and our other odds and end videos we post on YouTube. Search for at Dangerous Fly Fishing. Feel free to shoot us an email or message us on Instagram or whatever. We love hearing from you guys. Give us show suggestions, tips, pointers, etc. Tell us where you think we're wrong. Yeah, we love your feedback. You can shoot us an email, dangerousflyfishing@gmail.com.
Everything?
That's it.
All right. Well, as he said, we appreciate you guys. Good luck. Don't suck. Stay dangerous.